Ignite's motto is enlighten us, but make it quick. Ignite is a fast-paced series of 5-minute presentations where each presenter must use 20 slides, which advance automatically every 15 seconds. I hope you enjoy my presentation titled ADHD, the Entrepreneur Superpower, which I did for Ignite Freelance in Austin, Texas on October 27, 2016. My name is CJ, which often stands for Calamity Jane. Popular reruns from my childhood included, "You have ants in your pants. Why do you have to learn everything the hard way? Mind your own business and stop asking, why? Now that I'm all grown up, I know why. It's because I have a superpower. People like me find shortcuts because we hate repetition. We lose things and wander off to connect dots only we can see. And we instigate because we're insatiably curious risk takers. Shiny Blinky railroads us, but once we're passionately interested, we're obsessed. Does this sound familiar? Maybe you have this superpower. I was diagnosed as hyperactive at 7. You know I stuck out in a bad way because it was a rare diagnosis for that time and place and unheard of for a girl. Now it's called attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, but I call it my superpower. Among other things, ADHD impacts attention, energy level, motivation, and impulsivity. But the traits others try to discipline and shame out of us that we struggle to eliminate or hide, those are the exact traits needed for entrepreneurial success. And the coping skills we've developed give us an exceptional edge. There are countless studies and theories about the origins of ADHD. Tom Hartman proposed a hunter versus a farmer theory. He thinks ADHD hunters went out to scan the area and capture food while farmers built communities and governments. The hunters tried to function in these communities because the benefits included care for their offspring. A gene has been discovered that supports his theory. This gene, prevalent in ADHD people, is associated with novelty seeking, hyperactivity, curiosity, and risk-taking. Nicknamed the explorer gene, it's played an important role in our survival and success since Neanderthal times. So let's say there are 4 archetypes. The adventurer does things almost entirely for the thrill of it, the what if. Explorers, like Christopher Columbus, go on goal-oriented adventures, seeking new worlds. Pioneers take advantage of the explorer's discoveries. They clear the land and set up governance. The settler or citizen does the day-to-day handiwork and takes care of the other citizens. Of these, the adventurer has the most prominent ADHD, followed by the explorer and then the pioneer. The settler doesn't usually have it. Of course, ADHD is found more frequently in the United States. Who else comes across an ocean or makes the perilous trip west if not an adventurer, an explorer, and a pioneer? Sure, they brought the citizens with them. Someone had to hold down the fort. People with ADHD are 3 times more likely to own a business, so it's no surprise that our land of opportunity filled with explorers and adventurers has a lot of entrepreneurs. So if the U.S. has so many ADHD people, how did it get labeled a disorder instead of a difference? Because the pioneers and settlers were ultimately the people who put the systems in place. And while systems help avoid complete chaos, adventurers and explorers get labeled dysfunctional when those systems don't fit them. But we have grit and resilience from this. We fall, get back up, and find a way forward. We multitask to keep ourselves interested. Juggling responsibilities is critical in the complex role of an entrepreneur. Leadership is a natural fit. We eat chaos for breakfast and fear for lunch. Oh so familiar with calamity, we're often calm in a crisis. And if we panic, we quickly make a change. We're articulate from always explaining ourselves. We understand being different. Our obsessive energy engages and inspires others. People are motivated by panic and passion. People with ADHD need way more panic and passion to get in the focus flow. But once we do, our ability to hyperfocus and produce is unparalleled, giving us a significant advantage. Maybe boredom intolerance fits better than attention deficit. Paul Orfilia couldn't sit still or read. His dad's secretary wrote his papers. The Kinko's founder succeeded because he was forced to delegate. A headmaster told Richard, a novelty-seeking boy who dropped out of school at 16, that he'd either end up in prison or become a millionaire. Sir Branson's wide variety of pursuits is notorious. David Neeleman, who founded JetBlue, says his ADHD helps him distill complicated facts and come up with simple solutions. Catherine Ellison, a Pulitzer Prize winner, chose writing and speaking about ADHD as a career because it was a perfect fit for her brain. Diane Swank, a world-renowned economist and author, came up with creative ways to accomplish what came easily to others, crediting ADHD for her strength in humanity. What all these entrepreneurs have in common is recognizing, embracing, and utilizing their ADHD superpower. They know their traits, challenges, and coping skills are a vital part of their success. ADHD people often lighten up the mood, and the entrepreneurs I studied saw the funny side of this. They are inspiring examples in a judgmental world, shining a light so others have an easier time exploring, including entrepreneurs who have the same superpowers like me and maybe you. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.